Mayhem here at Superior Works Cinema, where we watch all the movies. And to prove we watch all the movies, today we're talking about a movie we watched the other night, Cinderella, the new one, directed by Kenneth Branagh. Notice I don't have it here. I'm not going to buy that. So I do review things I don't necessarily buy. So I'm not sure. Branagh is a good director. He's a very good director. It shows through. Like in Thor, you can see his direction of the actors, and it's very visible. Now, however, once he made that jump into working for the devil, Disney, the paycheck, I mean, because of the movies, I like Thor, it's fine. But for Branagh, it's a very fluff movie, you know? It's not something I can imagine him going, oh man, this movie, I just love directing it and everything I get out of it. I could see him saying, yeah, that was fun once, and it was a really good paycheck, and then moving on. But we have Cinderella, which means he didn't move on. He got more money. So if some of the trailers I saw were kind of misleading. So I give it credit. It's basically just a new retelling of the Cinderella story, which is cool. It tones down the magic quite a bit. It doesn't do any kind of weird everything you know is a lie like Maleficent did, which that made me just dislike the movie. It's like, well, if you're going to make something about that and then tell me everything about it was not true, then it's just frustrating. Don't do it. Tell another story. You didn't have to make it about her. It could have been about another witch, and it would have been fine, in my opinion. But with Cinderella, you got a, what's her face? Now I forgot the girl that plays her. The acting is solid through the whole movie. Kenneth Branagh is doing it. So that's one of the advantages. I can sit through this movie that, let's say if we had a bad director doing it, I'd probably gouge my eyes out before I finish the film. So the acting and the characters are very solid. Disney budget, set design, costuming, fantastically beautiful. My one gripe here is I felt more with the cartoon that, well, one, the cartoon is a little shorter, that helped, but since you know everything is going to happen, and you've got the wicked stepmother, they're kind of just repulsive, and you just want to watch them slap them, but you know nothing's ever going to happen. It's kind of frustrating to watch, because you already know the movie. So it's because it's a faithful remake of it, it's kind of boring, is the best way to put it. Kind of like Gus Van Sant's Psycho. People complain about it. It's terrible. No, it's not terrible. It's perfect. But that makes it kind of terrible is the way to... When you remake something... I mean, in that case, it was shot for shot. But if you remake something and it's basically the same movie as the original, unless it had some kind of special effects you could way better, it doesn't make any sense. And in this, I mean... It's a slightly more serious tale, but it's fantastical anyway. So the animated version was fine, and it's such a classic that it just feels like a useless movie. Like there's no point for it to be there. I don't know. That's the only way I can really explain it. And watching it the whole time, it's kind of like, well, okay, hurry up. And that's how I kept feeling. Like with the dance sequence. Oh, God, it's forever. It felt like it went on for an hour when they danced. It's like, yeah, dance, she's going to lose her slipper. And that's the kind of problem I really had with that. I don't like musicals, but you're missing the songs from the original that kind of made it more memorable. I did like the way they did the mice, and I really liked the effects they did with the transformation. It was really cool. This is one of those weird movies I kind of wanted to review just because it's different, especially compared to a lot of the other stuff I talk about. And I mean, I didn't hate watching it. This is one I'd almost give, I mean, because it's a remake, it loses points. Like, if this was an original story, it's honestly pretty darn good. But it was just kind of dull to watch, so I'd only give it maybe a 6. I wouldn't sit through it again, and if I'm going to watch Cinderella, I'm going to watch the original animated version, which I do own. It just, to me, it feels pointless. Much like remakes. Maybe I should talk about remakes for a whole thing. Just whine about them. And it really has become such a trend with cinema, and not limited to Hollywood, because they're doing it in all over the place now. I mean, Russian cinema is remaking the crap out of their classic films. I don't get it. It just, I mean, some things you can improve on. I get that. And especially really old stuff, you could improve on. And now when I mean really old, I'm saying like when Carpenter did The Thing versus the original Thing, the technology advances allowed for a different take on the story to be told in a better visual way. But man, they're remaking stuff now, it doesn't make sense. Again, Cinderella, you can argue the years, but it was animated, so they already had everything they needed. It wasn't like there was a technical jump. And honestly, coloring down of something like Cinderella, which is what you do in a live action, the color palette is less, unless you're, Dario Argento. It kind of took you out of it almost. Like, oh, okay, it's kind of realistic. Wait, this story's not realistic at all. So I don't know. It's interesting. This is kind of a different review, so feel free to shoot any other stuff you want me to take a look at. And I'll try to watch it. I will review just about anything I can get my hands on if somebody thinks it'll be interesting to watch. So let me know, and we'll see you here next time in Movie Mayhem.